Hello, mga kadayan. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, itikpatoTVko. Please like and share.
Yeah, there are a lot of police on there, on the bridge.
Drinks gold hunt. In 1577, Francis Drake says he on the gold hunt on a 3-year journey.
Yeah, look at it. They have a helicopter on top.
He was 25
Police helicopter.
in today's money richer, having plundered all that money from the Spanish and the Portuguese. Now he was not tried for piracy. Instead, Elizabeth I said, "Hey, well done," and then she had it knighted, and that's because all of that money went to pay off England's debts 3 times over. So for any Spanish or Portuguese on board today, I am very sorry about that. That was an accurate reconstruction of how Elizabeth I sounded, by the way. Takes years of research.
That's a tower bridge. Yeah, tower bridge. London Bridge. That is the London Bridge. And that's the tower bridge, the next one.
So what? Everyone, stick your hands in the air like you just don't care. Come on, all hands up if you're on the lower deck. Chloe will be watching. And on the count of 3, I want everyone to point in the direction of the world famous London Bridge. 1, 2, 3, go! Hands are going everywhere. If you're pointing ahead of you, well done. Because you're wrong! That's our bridge in front of you. London Bridge is the boring collection of concrete we just went underneath. Now, I don't want to humiliate anyone. However, it did say London Bridge very big as we went by. Now, don't worry if you got it wrong. Even Google Images gets it wrong. In fact, the singer, Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas, got it wrong. She wrote herself a song called London Bridge, and then in her music video, she's twerking away on Tower Bridge. Anyone aboard from America by any chance? Well, if you ever get out to Lake Havasu in Arizona, you will see the Victorian London Bridge. It was bought by a man named McCulloch. It was shipped on air freight by Brick. Now, there you go. Thought he was buying Tower Bridge. We might have been a bit disappointed. Where are you guys from? Texas. Well, also, Tower Bridge is the most photographed bridge in the world. So if you've got any friends from San Francisco, sorry San Francisco, but our bridge is better than yours. Now on the right there is 2 warships. I'm going to talk about the larger of the 2, which is permanently dauntier. The smaller one is a visiting warship. I don't know anything about it. Although there's a lot of sailors on board, so you know, you might be excited for that. And the larger one is the Hms Belfast. Built in 1958, she was the largest lightweight cruiser to serve through the Second World War. Arguably the most powerful, but built in the bunker by a distance of 40 miles. She weighs 11,500 tons, and she took part in the D-Day landings, Battle of North Cape, the Russian convoys. She helped to sink one of Hitler's favourite warships, the Scharnhorst. She then went to fight in the Korean War before it was being scrapped in the 1970s. Luckily saved by the Imperial War Museum and now serves as a museum today. Children under 16 get on for free. Also built on the Harland and Wolff dockyards in Belfast. The same docks the ill-fated RMS Titanic was built in. I was trying to download the Titanic soundtrack to my iPhone earlier on. It didn't work. It just kept sinking. On the right is this round glass building that is City Hall, often described as looking like a beehive or a minion of my favourite Darth Vader's helmet. And that's where a mayor, Sadie Khan, works. Now guys, you're all starting to do a lovely impression of meerkats jumping up and down to take photos, but unfortunately I do need to ask that everybody remain seated because we need to see what's happening right now. This bridge is currently closed off by the police for reasons to do with protesting and stuff, so I do need to ask you to please sit down for me. Thank you. On the left is the Tower of London. It's about 900 years old. It's built during the reign of William the Conqueror, originally as a royal palace. Over the years it served as a mint, an observatory, a lighthouse, a treasury, an armory, a zoo, and a prison. The White Tower is in the Golden Tower. It's not the most infamous tower in there. The Bloody Tower, from which 2 young princes disappeared, and disappeared when their uncle could crown himself King Richard III. Did he have his nephews murdered off to become king? We never know for sure. Sadly, we can't see the Bloody Tower from the boat because of the bloody trees. Now, legend says as we sail on the Tower Bridge, if we can get somebody to wave to us from the bridge, everyone on board gets 5 years good luck. Now, there's a couple of police officers up there, so you can try that. Hello! Hello! So there you go, you just got 5 years good. How good is that? And if they spit on you from the bridge, you get 10 years good. So you don't want that, do you? Especially at the moment. Well, there you go. We all got 5 years good. Now that is because that is the last British sailors would have gone under in Victorian and Edwardian times on the way out to sea. Now sometimes they could be gone for up to 5 years, and so their loved ones and sweethearts would gather on the bridge with a wee tear rolling down one cheek, a wee hanky in their hands, and wave their loved ones goodbye to wish them luck. Can I please hear a big They do say it's 20 years good luck to just stand on any bridge in London and collect money at passing tour boats. On the right is Butler's Wharf. You can still see the word spice up there. All your spices and teas and coffees and silks and sugars and ivory, all that sort of stuff would have been unloaded down here. This was the busiest docks in the world in 1914. Still the busiest docks in Europe in 1945. If we continued upriver, you would eventually come to Greenwich. You've got the Cutty Sark up there, which is a very famous tea clipper. You can see Canary Wharf, the large skyscraper on the left-hand side with the sort of pyramid shape at the top that's flashing. All your trading vessels from the Canary Islands came up there. For my American friends, do you see the church steeple? It's just going behind the mast, these boats over here on the left-hand side. That is Wapping. It's up there at Wapping that the Mayflower began its journeys before it eventually headed out to America with the first pilgrims on board. Now, as we turn around, you're right, which one's about this? This is how it goes. If the lion heads are drinking, then London is sinking. And if the lion heads get dumped, London is truly flooded. It's not the best rhyme, is it? The Red Telephone Box has got a little Knight Templar steering out at us because this area used to belong to the Knights Templar. You also see there's an archway on the right hand side with an old man's face in it. Underneath him is the words King's Reach, and there's 2 silver dragons on the road. The old man is Old Father Thames, legendary spirit guide to protect our travellers upon the river. He's a bit like a mini version of Mention. The words King's Reach let us know we've now left the city of London. We've just come back to the city of Westminster. We've got a city within the city here. The city of London is a city of commerce. It has its own rules, its own legislations, its own mayor, and its own police force. The city of Westminster is a city of royalty, and tradition has it the moment you want to go from one city to another, the king or queen must first ask permission from the mayor of the city. There's silver dragons. Anyway, you see silver dragons in London marked where the medieval walls of the old city once stood. This beautiful Georgian building on the right hand side is Somerset House. It used to belong to the legal war offices. There's a theory Lord Nelson would have gone there to receive his orders. They then passed it in the revenue. All the black, crowns and death certificates for England and Wales were stored in there. It's named something nicknamed the Hatcham, the Matcham and the Dispatcham. It's now part of the Courtauld Islands. It's got a lot of money, Van Gogh, things like that. Lovely ice rink in there at Christmas time. Sometimes a really nice outdoor cinema in there in summer, so I'm told. I've never been there myself, but you know, there you go. The bridge you're about to go underneath is Waterloo Bridge, also known as the Ladies' Bridge. That's because it was completed by women during the Second World War when all the men were fighting abroad. And then coming up on the right, you will see a beautiful Egyptian obelisk from ancient Egypt. Cleopatra's Needle, 3,500 years old, given to us as a gift by the Egyptian government to commemorate our victory at the Battle of the Nile. Take a look at the Sphinx at the bottom. Do you notice anything about them? I'll lay into a secret. They are facing the wrong way. According to Egyptian mythology, they are meant to face away from the needle to guard and protect it. Well, we didn't know that, so we turned them inwards so they could see each other and have a lovely little chat. Yeah, so we roll. Not a lot to do with the famous Cleopatra, 1,000 years old by the time she was born. It was actually built during the reign of Pharaoh Thutmose III. The hieroglyphics on it were added during the reign of Ramesses II. So why is it called Cleopatra's Needle? There's a couple of possible reasons. The most likely one though is it's named after the barge that was put to bring the gear called Cleopatra, tied up to another ship, the Olga. On the way here they ran into a serious storm and 6 sailors lost their lives to get needle to us. Have you heard they found a pharaoh in Egypt last week? Now it's very odd. He was lying in the sarcophagus and he was completely covered in chocolate and nuts. They think he's Pharaoh Rocher. On the right is beautiful French chateau set up like a fairy tale palace. That's Whitehall Court. The original palace in Whitehall burnt down in the late 1600s. All that remains of it is the banqueting hall, outside of which King Charles I was beheaded, and Cardinal Wolsey's wine cellars under the ground. You've got the Royal Horse Guard down there today. You get a lovely afternoon tea. The Golden Eagle statue lights the RAF Memorial Monument.
Kinuha namin
Memory
sa
lives during the First and Second World War.
eye viewing sa London Eye. Sumakay kami dyan.
Where many of them
And
have perished.
after that, nag-river cruise kami. Umikot lang sa dulo-dulo lang. And this almost may nila sa dito hanggang sa Tower Bridge, sa London Bridge. Tapos bumalik na ulit.
They said, no, you cannot build the London Eye. If you do is 5 parts of the eye, we use binoculars, we look through our windows, and they were still state secrets. They took it to court to stop the eye from being built, and the judge said to the Ministry of Defence, just buy curtains. And of course, the London Eye herself, 135 metres tall. That is the equivalent of 32 double-decker buses stacked one on top of the other. Designed by Julia Barfield and David Marks, the husband and wife architect team. Opened in the year 2000 as the Millennium Wheel. They went on to be British Airways London Eye, EDF Energy London Eye, Coca-Cola London Eye, and we are now, of course, the lastminute.com London Eye, which is why we're all wearing pink, and there is a flamboyance of flamingos everywhere. I do a very good impression of a flamingo. I really do. My managers have told me to stop it. I've had to put my foot down. You can do a number of things on the eye. You can do champagne tasting, gin tasting, chocolate tasting. Before the pandemic, we were doing a thing called yoga. You could go on the eye with your dog and do yoga with your dog. Why? I'm not a Scooby-Doo, not a clue. But there you go. You can also, this is lovely, you can get married on the London Eye. It's lovely. What happens is, you see your vows on the way up, you see I do at the top, and then it's all downhill from there. Let's face it, marriage is about 3 rings: the engagement ring, the wedding ring, and the supper ring. Marriage is like playing a game of cards. You start off on the heart and the diamonds, and by the end you just want a club and a spade. We are owned by Merlin Entertainments, and if you'd like to visit any more Merlin attractions in London, you can. We've got Sea Life Aquarium, we've got Shrek's Adventure, we've got London Dungeons, and we've also got Madame Tussauds in Baker Street. So, unfortunately, that does bring us to the end of the tour.
Wow.
Thank you. We are about to talk, guys, but if I could ask everyone to please remain seated till we come to a complete close. We can have the odd occasional bump as we're talking here. I'm pretty sure none of you want to go for a tumble and a swim into the River Thames now, do you? What do you think of the water in the Thames, by the way? Mucky? Dirty? Foul? Well, I've told you it's the cleanest inner city river you will find. They've done a lot of work to clean it up since it was declared biologically dead. We now know there is 126 different species of fishes in that river, including seahorses. Yeah, seahorses, otters. I've seen seals regularly from this boat. We actually saw one a couple of days ago. I've seen porpoises jumping alongside the boat, which like many dolphins. We've even had a couple of whales that swim up the River Thames, including a beluga whale. The reason it looks so dirty is it's a mud and clay-based riverbed, and the strong currents mix all the silt together, which is what makes it look so grubby. So guys, when you do leave the boat today, please remember to take all your belongings with you, your bags, your phones, your cameras, your change, your children.
Yeah, of course.
I will be at the exit to say goodbye to each and every one of you. If you've got any further questions, queries, anything at all, any tips or advice for any bars or restaurants in the area, just get me to leave the boat. And can I just say a massive, massive, massive thank you. You've been my last group today, and honestly, you've been a lovely, lovely group to finish up with. So thank you so much. Favorite group.
Oh, thank you very much,
thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you, guys. Look, whatever your plans are for the rest of your bank holiday, I hope you have a fantastic time. If you could do me a favour, please contact TripAdvisor, our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Leave us a review. If you enjoyed the cruise today, my name was Liam. If you didn't enjoy the cruise, my name was Derek. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the way out. Have a wonderful evening and take care.
Thank you, Derek.
And remember, let me know as you're leaving the boat. What was the name of for you?
Yes, mga kanayan, we're going down now. Give me a hand, baby.
Papa, that was really fun.
Huh?
That was really fun.
It's really fun? Yeah.
Alright, my little hedgehogs, it is now safe for you to make your way to disembark. I'm going to see you on the way out, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much again, guys. Please take care of yourself, please take care of each other, spread the love. I'll see you on the way out, and have a wonderful evening.
You want to sit down? Okay, understand. You want to take a picture? It's cold. I thought we come back at midnight. OMG.
They were joking.
Are you joking? Yeah. Thank you, Captain. Cheers. And his name is Liam or Derek?
Oh, I know, he's a...
Thank you, Derek. Oh, it's Liam. He said, if you're not happy, his name is Derek. But if you're happy, his name is Liam. Expect. Huh? Okay. Next time. It's cold now, darling. It's cold.